Hi YouTube, I'm back with day 5, and for day 5 we are cooking lunch. For lunch we are cooking brown rice and tofu with kale. As you know, I do not have tofu, so I will be using, what is it again? I will be using crab sticks. So let's look at all our ingredients for this recipe. So if you use tofu, you're going to need a whole carton of tofu. If you're not using firm tofu, you want to put a plate apparently probably on top of it so that it can squeeze out the excess water within the tofu. But what do we really need for the recipe? 1 tablespoon of olive oil, half a leek, only the green part, 1 cup of stemmed and chopped kale. I do not have kale, so in the place of the kale I will use bok choy. 1 fennel bulb, cored and chopped. Seeing that I'm only cooking for myself, I'm only going to use half of a small fennel. 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 cup of simple vegetable broth, 1.5 cups of cooked brown rice. I will only use half a cup, half a teaspoon of sea salt, and half a teaspoon of grated orange zest. So let's start the cooking. We want to heat our pan. I already have my olive oil in the pan. Then we want to add our leeks. And I'm cooking on high heat at the moment. So leeks are in. Then we want to add our kale, which is in our case our bok choy. We also want to add our carrots, our fennel, and our oregano. So we want to add our fennel, our carrots. The carrots are pre-cooked and it's only half a medium carrot that I'm using. And then we want to add our oregano, which is only, I believe, a teaspoon, but I will use only half of a teaspoon. So this is our zest. This is half a teaspoon. Let me put it in this bowl. So now we want to let this cook for 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes. Our vegetables are nice and brown, and it's very important to pre-cook your carrots if you want your carrots to be really soft, because carrots will never cook soft within 5 minutes. So best is to pre-cook your carrots. I'm going to turn my heat down on medium high. So just a little bit of salt, my rice, orange zest. Okay, so it asks for 1 cup of broth, but I'm not going to add broth at all because I pre-cooked my carrots and all my vegetables is brown and nice and soft, and obviously the rice is also pre-cooked. Pre-cook your rice as well so that your recipe can go quickly, because this is a lunch recipe, it's not dinner. Even if it is for dinner, it's best to just have your rice pre-cooked. You don't have to pre-cook your carrots because you can always use that broth and cook your carrots in it. So my food is basically done. I'm just going to add my crab sticks now that I chopped, and that will be as my tofu. And then my recipe is done, or my lunch is done. What I, however, will do, I will sprinkle a little bit more olive oil, probably a teaspoon. And that's it for lunch. We can give it a taste. So lunch is done. It looks beautiful and colorful. And it just looks like a fried rice or rice stir fried with all this veggies, and it's just beautiful. Let's give it a taste. I love the smell of the orange zest. As I bring it to my mouth, I could smell orange zest. Although I love the smell of orange zest, I would have preferred lemon zest. I'm not crazy about orange zest. Yeah, for this dish, I would definitely use orange zest and ginger with a bit of cilantro instead of orange zest. I know she wants to give us different flavors, but I'm not a fan of this orange zest. It doesn't go well with the food. It really doesn't go well with the other flavors. Maybe, I mean, tofu is so bland, so maybe it will give a better taste to tofu, but I still think ginger and lemon zest would give a better flavor and fragrance to tofu than orange zest. It's not my favorite dish, but you try it and try it with tofu and let me know how that panned out. So if this video was of value to you, please click the like button, subscribe and share with your friends and family. Until dinner. Hi guys, I'm back with dinner for day 5, and for dinner we have miso glazed scallops. For 1, I do not have scallops, and for 2, I do not have miso paste. So I'm turning this recipe once again on its head, right? So what do we need? We need a quarter cup of pure maple syrup, 1 teaspoon of miso paste, half a teaspoon of sea salt, 8 sea scallops, and 1 tablespoon of unsalted grass-fed butter. So for the miso paste, I am going to use fish sauce, just a teaspoon of fish sauce, and for the scallops, I'm going to use mussels. As you can see, I have 6 big mussels here. So let's put this together. So we're going to need our our maple syrup. We also then going to need a teaspoon of fish sauce. What I will also add is some ginger and leftover lemon zest that I will put in there. Let's stir the mixture together. And now I have to brush the mixture over. The mussels, but in the meantime, let's heat up our butter. And once our butter is melted, we put our mussels in, or scallops if you have scallops. And in 3 minutes, dinner will be done. So our butter is nice and heated. So I'll put the mussels in. And while it's in there, I want to brush the top of the mussels also with a mixture. Smells good. So I've just turned them around so that they can also brown on the other side. So my mussels are nice and brown and they are done. It only takes 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So you can brown them on one side and then brown them on the other side as if they are scallops. So let's taste one of them. I love it. I love all the flavors together. I also added some orange zest, just half a teaspoon of orange zest in the mixture. And I think orange zest actually complements the dish beautifully, and it goes very well with the maple syrup. So I think for orange zest, If you're gonna use orange zest, use it with maple syrup or use it with honey instead of what we had for lunch. I would not say use orange zest with those ingredients, although there's carrots in it, and the carrots are supposed to probably, the orange zest is probably supposed to complement the carrots and then give it that beautiful flavor and taste, but unfortunately it didn't work out that way, as you could see, as you saw. But this one, really great, and I'm sure it's going to be great with our steamed spinach. What I love about her recipes is the fact that for breakfast, for lunch, if there is a starch already, then for dinner she makes the dish much lighter. So we're only eating spinach with the mussels, and I think, actually not we, just me, because that's just a portion for one person. That's my dinner. Dinner's done. I'm going to have dinner right now. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. If you got value out of this video, please click the like button, subscribe and share with your friends and family. Try the recipe and let me know how it panned out, especially if you have scallops and you could use that. Make the recipe as is and let me know how that was. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So on that note, till next time.